I never pictured myself as this woman, yet here I am. My name is Vanessa Rodas. I'm 30 years old, and I crossed the line I swore I'd never cross. I ruined the best relationship I ever had. For what? A fleeting night of temptation in Las Vegas. Now people see me as a villain, a woman without remorse. But they don't see the full story. They don't understand how a single reckless decision can tear your entire life apart. I met Nathan 3 years ago. He wasn't flashy, not the kind of man who turns heads in a crowded room. He worked in cybersecurity, steady, grounded, a little quiet. But when he listened, he truly listened. He heard me in ways no one else ever had. From the beginning, I was honest about my past. The parties, the flings, the chaos I once lived in. I expected him to pull away, but he didn't. Instead, he looked at me and said, "Your past doesn't scare me. I care about who you are now." That's the moment I fell in love. 3 years passed. My parents adored him. My dad and Nathan spent weekends fixing up my mom's old Ford. My mom cooked long Sunday dinners, and Nathan sat through my father's endless stories like they were family heirlooms. When Nathan proposed, it wasn't flashy, it wasn't staged, it was ours. Quiet, real, sincere. We booked a vineyard for the wedding. We built a registry, started house hunting, built plans for a life I thought I wanted. Then came Stella. Stella was a leftover from my wilder years, a chaos magnet. She never liked Nathan. She called him boring, Mr. Predictable. She laughed at my settling down, said I was too young to tie myself to routine. Sometimes I brushed her off. Sometimes I wondered if she was right. When she called out of the blue, pushing a Vegas trip with me and Jenna from my office, I didn't hesitate. Nathan's face at the airport told me everything. He didn't want me to go. But he didn't stop me. Just kissed me goodbye and whispered, "Be safe. Have fun." I should have heard the warning in his voice. Vegas hit like a thunderbolt. Shots at the airport bar before the flight even took off. By nightfall, we were at a velvet-lit lounge where cocktails tasted like trouble. That's where we met them, a group of men, confident, smooth, rich. One of them, Marcus, zeroed in on me like I was the only woman alive. I didn't tell him I was engaged. When I finally did, he smiled and said, "Engaged isn't married." The champagne, the skyline suite, the laughter that blurred into something darker. I had too much to drink, too much to lose, but I followed anyway. Jenna tried to stop me. She begged me to leave, but I told her to go without me. Her look stayed with me long after she walked out, half warning, half heartbreak. The rest is a haze, but not hazy enough. I crossed the line. I betrayed the man who trusted me most. The next morning, shame was heavier than the hangover. Jenna's silence on the flight home was louder than Stella's reckless giggles. When I got home, Nathan already knew. Jenna had called. He didn't scream. He didn't rage. He just looked at me with cold, hollow eyes and said, "I need time." The silence that followed was worse than any fury. He moved into the guest room, cancelled the wedding, returned the deposits. His family shut me out completely. When he left for good, he didn't even say goodbye, just placed his key on the counter. I tried to pretend I was fine. Dated around, partied harder, numbed myself. But the truth always followed. Even my own family turned against me. My sister called me selfish. My father told me I'd broken something that couldn't be repaired. 2 months later, I ran into Nathan's mother. She looked worn, older somehow. She asked what happened in Vegas. For some reason, I told her everything. She listened quietly, then said they once planned to give us an $8,000 down payment for our first home. But now, they were donating it to charity instead. Her last words pierced me deeper than any anger could. "We no longer trust your judgment, and we won't reward it." That was the day I realized I'd not only lost Nathan, I'd lost the family, the future, the trust, everything. I moved to Houston, tried to start over. New job, new apartment, new city. But guilt doesn't care about geography. 8 months later, I still lie awake at night wondering, did I destroy something real for something empty? Was I always meant to ruin good things? Can I ever be trusted again? I don't know. But I know this. One night can cost you everything. And forgiveness is never guaranteed.